Eurogamer Luite.
The original Planet of Lana was released back in 2023, but its Ghibli-inspired 2D art direction, its story told in a made-up language, and its swelling and emotive music made it one of the most beautiful games of the year. However, it did feel like developer Wishfully was just scratching the surface, and could have done more with the land of Novo and its intricacies. Fast forward to 2020 now, and that's exactly what Planet of Lana 2 Children of the Leaf hopes to do, with the upcoming sequel expanding not just on the original story, but its mechanics and world as well. During development of the original Planet of Lana, Wishfully's aim was to only create one standalone game, but considering its popularity and the fact that there was just so much to tell about Lana and Mui's story, as well as the history of the people and the planet of Novo, Wishfully naturally decided to satisfy its own curiosity. This curiosity soon saw the studio begin work on Children of the Leaf, which is set to release later this year. Lana is now, of course, older than she was in the first game, and is now quicker and much more agile. Meanwhile, her adorable monkey cat dog-like sidekick Mui now has some upgraded powers, which sees him able to override machines, as well as hypnotize and control certain creatures throughout the world. Lana has a more fluid and responsive movement system now too, and the collaboration between Lana and Mui is much more expanded, enabling more intense stealth scenes and bigger puzzles. Indeed, Mui's powers combined with Lana's improved athletic prowess are key for Planet of Lana 2's considerably more complex puzzles and stealth sections, which, judging by a recent hands-on preview session, will leave players scratching their heads as they ponder how to bypass a robotic sentry at the top of a frigid mountain fortress or navigate an underwater labyrinth. And underwater is an all-new depth, quite literally, for Planet of Lana 2. Early on in Planet of Lana 2, there's a mission where you need to find healing seaweed to make some medicine for a sick girl. However, this seaweed was not only found under the waters surrounding Lana's village of Tylo, but it was also guarded by an inky black and hostile sea beast that crackled with electricity. Thankfully, Mui's powers can be used to take control of and then pilot some small fish through various underwater passages, and once Lana had cleared the rocks blocking the way, these fish could then be used to lure this larger aquatic predator away from the plant. Then, swapping control to Lana once again, you can trap the beast by closing an underwater gate, which is activated from above. This all takes a decent amount of timing and skill to get just right, because the sea beast soon returns to its original place guarding the seaweed if you don't act quickly enough. But solving this puzzle proves to be a good example of that expanded collaboration mentioned earlier. Soon after these azure waters, Lana and Mui find themselves in another new environment, this time up against the harsh winds and bitter cold of a snowy mountainside. Platforming comes into play much more during this section, as Lana and Mui make their way up rocky ledges, occasionally needing to duck behind boulders and such to protect themselves from sporadic bursts of wind that could blow them off the edge. A new creature for Mui to pilot can be discovered once safe from the storm and tucked inside a cavern, a white pom-pom of a being which sticks to surfaces and leaves a trail of a flammable ash-like substance behind it. This creature can then be ordered to roll into a flame to ignite the ash left in its wake, burning through large webs that block Lana and Mui's path, or causing pillars to retract into the wall to clear a safe passage. Again though, timing is key because these pillars can soon re-emerge from the walls. Sometimes there's more than one pillar to circumnavigate too, which means being canny with your ash trails. Ignite one too soon or too late, and there won't be time to reach the upper ledge before another pillar blocks Lana and Mui's route. This puzzling process may sound simple enough, but in practice it's a tricky yet satisfying challenge which should leave players with a sense of accomplishment that was absent from the original. Another area to explore shown during the preview was around a large mechanically themed facility, which then led down into a mine. To add an extra layer of tension, this area also included patrolling machines, guards, and security cameras. This again makes Mui an essential sidekick, as he is able to temporarily disrupt cameras to allow Lana to pass safely. Sometimes, if there's more than one camera, crouching inside drifts of snow and then timing her runs between defensive sweeps of the vicinity is the only way for Lana to avoid detection. There are also times when Lana and Mui have to work together to manipulate and position beams of light, which those aforementioned patrolling machines have an aversion to. This essentially traps these machines in a corner, allowing Lana and Mui to clear a safe passage forward. Planet of Lana 2 is the kind of game you can imagine curling up with at the end of a busy day and sinking an hour or so into each evening to unwind. The world of Novo remains as beautiful as ever, with Lana's bucolic fishing community a bright contrast to the cold and harsh industrial areas black and grey. Meanwhile, the music is as evocative as you would expect from composer Takeshi Furukawa. When the orchestra picks up during a mountainside climb, you can't help but feel your soul swell, and the score feels as much a character in Planet of Lana 2 as Novo does. Essentially, everything in Planet of Lana 2 has leveled up, and yes, while it can be challenging, it is also full of heart and emotion, with family, friendship, and that sense of connection to others a key part of the experience. This is an impressive feat given Planet of Lana 2's scant dialogue and made-up language, but wishfully has used music, animation, voice acting, and body language to convey emotion as simply as possible, ensuring that nothing is lost in translation while neatly filling the gaps left by its characters' unintelligible language and featureless faces. This is actually shown right at the very start of Planet of Lana 2, when Lana and her niece meet and playfully roll down on the grass, with the little girl clapping her hands together in delight. This kind of interaction continues throughout, with arm gestures from Lana as well as other NPCs highlighting their emotional state. You really feel the impact of every moment, from silly games in an old shipwreck to the ache Lana feels when her young niece becomes ill. Oh, and of course, Lana can pet Mui. Planet of Lana 2 is obviously a more ambitious and far chunkier game than its rather snappy 5-hour-long predecessor, thanks to all of its new puzzle mechanics and controllable creatures. In fact, according to Wishfully, Planet of Lana 2 will be roughly double the length of the first game, so we are looking at around 8 to 10 hours overall. You won't need to have played Planet of Lana to appreciate the upcoming sequel either, even though the two games are linked. But if you did enjoy the first Planet of Lana, then this sequel should be right up your alley. Wishfully set out to improve and build on its original ideas from Planet of Lana, and from what we've seen so far, it is fair to say that the studio has done just that. The world is bigger, the enemies are smarter, and the puzzles are harder. Wishfully has scratched further down beyond Planet of Lana's surface and unearthed a deeper and more engaging world for players to explore in the sequel, which you'll be able to get a pre-release hands-on with thanks to an upcoming demo which will be available across PC, Xbox and PlayStation from the 11th of February, while the full game will release on the 5th of March. Thanks for watching this preview of Planet of Lana 2. If you found it useful, please do give it a like and subscribe to Eurogamer for almost daily videos about video games. Goodbye.